I do think that feels a bit bad, the Nautilus. You can see Prime hovering, the Seraphine hovering a few random champions, because against the Poppy, you ideally want to be able to lock in a range support so you don't feel like the model looks too detailed. It's like, they can do that, you know what I mean? Yeah, but KCB want to contest here. Yukino is looking to move over.
I mean, Prime's going back for round 2. The last time we saw this 1v1, Prime won. Razork gets out. Lands initially. Taunt onto Razork. Yukino there. Vladdy able to land the shockwave, but it's not a lot of damage. Downgores Razork. Laspa coming over the wall. Upset though, ready to start kicking off in the fight instead. Just going to dash away. Realizes how quickly this could turn on him.
And KCB
the other day, he told me.
Yeah.
See a crusty tower sometimes, you just walk up and hit it, and then you die.
I was going for it.
Cool. Tau
gets it for free.
I mean, Q3's there. He could just go all in on Emperos.
He might just kill him.
It's still going to go all in on Emperos. A little bit risky, but gets the flash pretty effortlessly, and now gets to proxy the next wave while he has the empowered state. We got a fist fight on the bottom side. They try to get in to get the one shot, but it just doesn't work. The taunt is there as well. Hazel completely in touch. Nice knockup coming in from Razork. Ulti to follow up from the Galio. It looks cool, but it doesn't do any extra bonus damage, so KCB got to get the heck. I'm going to go Infernal, just because I don't want it to be Chemtech.
Yeah, but now you jinxed it. It's going to be Chemtech. Oh shit! Oh my god!
Of course, if you stack all your cooldowns on a single target, maybe you can get something done, as Razork is going to knock Prime away. Quick interrupt coming in with the Steadfast Presence, as Tau may now be in trouble. Willow waiting off to the side with the taunt to get things going. Emperos is here as well. Tau now opting to go all out, but he's so low, it's going to cost him his life. Dash back to safety. Heal comes in from Prime for an extra second. Another Pathmaker to get Tau away, but Upset going to finish the kill. Prime getting taken down as well, and it's all falling apart for KCB.
And Fnatic just decide to pull the trigger and get all the right pieces now, so Hazel won't have any time to recall. I would advise KCB to not contest this dragon, as Prime might be in trouble here. Upset dashing forward
there
with the
from Upset. Galliot coming in as well. Pantheon now coming in as well. Multi-man taunt, but the immediate knockback of Yukino is big. Force the flash out from Hazel. Tau trying to get into the backside, running across the Rumble Equalizer as Lospa finds the knockup to stop any further play. Only one member down so far, and it's on the side.
That's a free dragon for KCB, and they just killed the Yunara that we were hyping up so much. And they get the mid-tower Herald too.
The tower finally going to fall. Tau dashing in to get that auto, getting the extra money as well.
As we talked about earlier, right, with the side lanes. Just like, ooh, KCB making a play on bot lane, and Pyros has flash.
Flash forward from Yukino, follow up there from the Pathmaker, Equalizer down, but it doesn't look like it's going to be nearly enough. Tau grabbing the kill on the side lane, the play that we were waiting to see with these anyway, because Fnatic have just sent more members. But now, the potential full-on 5v5 we are waiting for. That set, Camilo needs to get that ulti in here. Razork looking for the perfect ulti angle. The stun going to come down, but Razork able to get his ulti off in the meantime. Tau still standing strong. Equalizer going down. Upset pops the ulti of his own and is ready to get the fight going. Lost, but interrupted on the way in, keeping things standing. Upset still free firing across the team, though. Hazel so damn low. There's just nothing KCB can do. Upset finally given the freedom he wants to tear through this team fight. Emperos has to be careful. Razork coming over the wall, wants to get one more for Upset. The Aegis Assault fades away, and down goes Yukino.
And Fnatic weathered the storm of the initial early game, as Emperos wants to try to go for something more, but Hazel outplays him with the ultimate. But this is exactly the thing that we were worried about for KCB, is they run out of damage. They didn't get on Kai'Sa's pretty OP. I would have preferred that, but we'll see.
We'll keep note of your skepticism. Upset going for, armor penetration now. You can see already hitting even before the ulti really comes into the fight. Puzzle is now, the fight has once again broken out. Good equalizer across the top of the team. Camilo keeping everybody shelled up, but it's another two-man shockwave. Prime completely taken down. Fnatic finding one really before KCB can even remotely fire back, and now they're just slaughtering them.
And Fnatic are making it look easy. They're running them down. They're going to get the Baron Nashor. Kai'Sa itemization be damned. He's not even going to do a single auto attack as Fnatic pick up this Baron Nashor. This is what you can't do with this KCB comp. You can't just look at Fnatic, because you need to have a decisive engage, because if you're just posturing like that, then it's Upset that can click forward. It's Vladdy that...
Yeah, obviously a really tough situation. Even if the interview we heard with Hazel earlier made it feel like they were resigned to that fate. Still a tough thing to manage, although Emperos in the side lane is in trouble. Should at least be able to grab this. The rest of Fnatic pushing up mid lane, though. He's just trying to buy as much time as he can for the rest of his team to crash those waves forward. And again, in that fight, credit to the supporting cast for making sure Upset could really do whatever he wanted. I think almost like 30 wearing up. Yukino waiting off to the side, looking for an ulti angle. Has not been marked yet. Ulti now coming in. This is their opportunity to start a fight. Hazel for now, free firing, able to auto attack, but he immediately gets knocked out of the fight by Razork. That's a disaster. Fnatic again, set up for success. Camilo landing the multi-man taunt, but he just has to flash away. Perfect ulti from Razork. Instantly stops the fight in its tracks. Tao nowhere left to go, hoping to use Razork as a taxi to escape this one. It's a disaster.
KCB have ran out of steam. They're dead in the water, and so are their playoff dreams. Fnatic have them routed. They'll pick up the Dragon. They still have the Nashor for another 30 seconds. And with that, they'll pick up some extra towers on top of this and keep extending their gold lead to 7,000.
We've gone from...
and then running down the rest of KCB, and this Poppy and Yunara just feel so damn strong into this KCB compass. Now Yukino is caught. We'll see if he's able to get out with the help of Hazel. Some good damage on Razork.
Does do good damage, but he just doesn't have the space to work. He's not interested in your AP. Oh, Bloodthirster is docked in. There's Hazel falling up with a bit more damage. Vladdy caught out. Upset though, ready to keep the fight alive. And Lostba flashing over the wall, knocking Camilo back. Tao finally here though. Camilo gonna get taken down. Hazel able to free fire, but only onto Lostba. Not the target he wants to see. Forced to flash away from the Alistar. The combo still connecting. Immediate flash in from Upset to get the double. Maybe looking to make it a triple. Are they just gonna set him up for a penta? No, because Vladdy takes one of the kills as Emperos trying to take another.
Yukino run!
Sidestep, good. I mean, Yukino gets to live. That's respectable. But Fnatic, it looks like they're just going to end it here. They're simply too far ahead. The compositional advantage is theirs. The gold advantage is theirs.
Fnatic showed their experience today as KCB ends up falling. And with that, they are eliminated from LEC versus playoffs. And Fnatic take one more step in the right direction for securing their spot in the playoffs.
That they do. Hearts out to KCB. We'll still get to see them next week, of course, but playing to show what they've got as their playoff dreams taken away, and as Fnatic move a little bit further up in what is a very close standings.
Yeah, really important win for Fnatic. One more, and I think 99% you've secured playoffs unless something absolutely incredible happens.
Just wait. Just wait and see, Jack. Stop trying to make definitive statements about something we don't know.
Fair enough. Well, KCB being out, I think even though it's been a disappointing run for this roster, as you can vote for your key player of the series.
If you thought reactively though, once the equalizer's already down, it's too slow. Pressure on Mickey to execute, but this has always been, I think, a kind of a niche pick for him. Something he's proxy? Like, what?
Yeah, now he bases.
Now he bases it, it's fine.
I mean, it's a way of fixing the wave.
That's clever.
Instead of fixing the wave by killing enemy opportunities to really impact the map this game. And it's a much slower game that I think Giant X would normally be comfortable with. As they look to trade a little bit on bot lane here, but SK forces them out, even though Yopa ends up getting chunked, but Mickey will just heal him up on the wave. But Isma, meanwhile, is just taking the Drake. It's already down for 1.5, but Skeen is here. 50-50.
He's on the way, maybe looking for that 50-50. Flashback over the wall from Isma. Neither jungler involved in the pit, but his leader going to ult right into the fight. Still, Skeen's marked up, and he's gone invulnerable. Leader might not be, but it doesn't matter because Jun's the only one on top of him. Flash out from Jun. Snap back from Leader, and SK turn their sights now to the Drake.
I thought SK were going a bit too deep there, but it ends up just being a free Drake for them as they're able to force Isma and Jun out and get a Rift Herald right now. And with Vi and Jone having no ulti, SK probably have to drop it, but they really want to contest, and they're going to move in from the top side here.
Could be a risky choice. Yappa flanking Noah. In the meantime, it looks like Jackie's going to get deleted. The exhaust is down. The Cosmic Radiance is coming down as well. And now SK immune to any potential fallout, but Noah's in the midst of the fight, waiting for this cooldown to timeout. Skeen still standing for now. A little bit extra healing coming in. Yappa on the flank with Wonder arriving. Noah can't do much of anything. A bit of burst damage means he gets Yappa at least. Mickey trying to get some more in, but the sidestep on the stun from Lot is good. Keeps the fight going. Lot versus the world. It just doesn't matter. SK 3K up after that fight.
Oh my God, Mickey, that was disgusting.
That's exactly what we saw in the fight. Outside of Yopa, who Noah luckily was able to burst through, but that is a consolation prize at best, is now second Drake going over. SK
looks so difficult now as Giant X really need to outplay SK, but they're the ones getting outplayed time and time again as Leader.
Ulti through, just hoping to find a solo kill, push back, but he's immediately going to snap away at Skeens on the way down. Jun, I don't think you can stop this one, but he's going to try anyway. Mickey tanking the tower means they at least grab one. Jun retreating right as the cease and desist comes up. Mickey waiting for a bit more time on the stun. Will catch Jun in the meantime. Does drop to the tower, but it's 2 for 1 so far. 2 for 1 in favor of SK.
And Jun desperately wants to try to save his mid laner, but
GX to be careful about overgrouping here. But again, this is them trying to force for this Drake. They want to play through the bottom lane, even while Wonder is pushing. Leader gonna get a quick flash out, so flash traded for some ultis here from Jun. Leader, the knockup gonna go through on the 3. That was a little bit psychotic. He just snaps back. And Wonder's still pushing mid.
I mean, he's pressuring them, and Wonder is gonna get this mid tower now and just
nice sidestep on the stun. Mickey's in trouble, has to flash away. The Drake probably just a 50-50 now. This is really messy, but Wonder's now on the way. So many crucial ults are now missing.
Giant X can't contest. That was the one opportunity. Giant X would be make a pick happen on side, try to get a numbers advantage, but it's actually Skeens that is the one pressuring Jackie, so that might open up for Isma.
Cosmic Radiance forced, really long cooldown on that ulti. Jun now hoping to follow up, his leader's forced out. Mickey likely to die here. Good pick for GX.
That's a good pick, but can it be Baron Nashor? I don't think it can. So then it's not enough. Tier 2 for Wonder.
Maybe
now we have a standoff. Yeah, a little standoff in mid here.
It's a good poke. I mean, Jackie's getting a lot of poke on Yopa.
Yeah, but forced back. And SK get full control of this mid wave. I see
Knock on the Skeens. Does have the GA. Cosmic Radiance going down, but he's going to get resurrected. We'll come right back up. Jun going to start off with the ult. They're hoping to pick off Lot in the meantime. Wonder off on the side. Leader has finally arrived with 5 minutes. This is a damn good fight for GX. Leader trying to turn it back, some immediate damage.
Oh my God.
Jackie's with the 2-man. Yappa running for his life. GX, are you kidding me? They found the angle.
Oh my God, Giant X found the miracle. They get 4 kills and they get the dragon. They found what they were looking for. Skeens caught out on his lonesome. They get the GA instantly. They're Giant X here.
Deny the soul. Incredibly important. If they can secure the Baron as well, things feel so good. 10 seconds on Mickey, 14 seconds on Skeen. Surely they can burn it down. Yopa sticking around. No ulti.
Yopa has really high damage here, but Noah dashing forward.
Back away. Full confidence. Yeah, what?
I mean, I respect it, but...
but it wasn't, that wasn't it. And hey, there's the quirky damage we were waiting to see. Jackie's can do more than enough.
I mean, Noah with the 3 items, he's able to carry the fight there alongside his team. So we'll probably get a replay here after. Giant X will secure this Nash, surely. Yes, they do get it. That's a huge, I mean, the goal.
They're going to do their best to hold the line, of course, relatively short range without Wonder there to clear the waves. Wonder continuing to be a thorn in their side.
Oh,
that's
is
not.
He dead?
Oh, I think he is.
Dead.
I think he's dead.
Oh no, Jackie's.
Oh, the flash away. Oh, is Wonder going to keep going?
Oh,
no. God.
Oh, no. Now Giant X. Noah wants to find some good poke here with these quirky rockets.
Wonder has spotted Lot. Lot now backing away. Jun ready to kick the fight off. Has caught Leader. Leader trying to make his way out. Will ulti across the entire team and immediately get picked off. SK trying to keep this fight going. Wonder doing a lot of work, but again, it's Jun with the knockup just in time. Yopa has to make the difference, but GX standing tall in the 5v5. Mickey's continuing to heal. The stun coming in, the double stun. Yopa in the midst of the team. Does he have enough to get the work done? It does not look like it. GX stands strong. The 4-man core denying SK.
And Giant X have all the right pieces. They're looking to end the game. It's a deja vu for Yopa as he's facing down 4 members and Lot is looking to run him down.
One harpoon enough to slow him, enough to finish it. GX, they were disastrously far behind, but when it mattered most, they found a fight. When it mattered most, they stand it strong. They denied SK their combo. They denied Leader the Yone plays, and they dominated in the fights. GX taking down SK.
And Mickix felt like the miracle worker, but Giant X found the ultimate miracle and were able to come back in this game despite the 7,000 gold lead. And it was hard fought tooth and nail, but Giant X, while they don't fully secure playoffs, only in 1 out of 65,000 scenarios do they not make playoffs after this win.
And of course, you can vote for your player of the game, Jackie's, Noah, or Jun at LEC on X. I don't think either team walks away happy about this game.
That's for sure.
But one of these teams walks away victorious. And in this race for playoffs, frankly, that is all that matters.
And I think as audience, we want
like the Bard ultimate. See if this Caitlyn Karma can take over bot lane or if the Jhin will have the intended effect as a neutralizer. Either way, a bit of a different look here. Boss,
yeah, not off to the greatest start. As Relach is continuing to pressure him, looking for an invade here on the Raptors. Wow,
this is very confident. Nemesis moving in. Nemesis level 6. Are they going to look for the follow-up here? That's the ulti down. 5 extra stacks for Nemesis. A little bit more damage too. Nemesis relatively low, but Reckless on the way in. Relach able to flash away. Velya's still chasing. Wants to finish off this kill onto Paris.
Paris has no flash.
No portal. Looking to sidestep here. Looks like Los Returning are going to be able to grab the first kill. Nice sidestep from Paris. He's living for far too long, and they're going to get one back in return.
A great sidestep by Paris there, buys him a little bit. You can just get this wave for free. Oh, Poby opening to top here. I think the red trap might have been discovered. Bousy might be in trouble.
Running, resetting. Poby has spotted him.
Yeah, he did.
Working towards that good death. Equalizer, I don't know if he needed that, but just trying to make sure. Who are they going to give the money to?
Give him the ulti. Well, he gives
Boss unstoppable now, going in onto Major. Q3, okay! If he didn't wander too close to Poby there, they would, you probably both would hurt.
Okay, we got a Drake fight here. Lost Return starting it up.
Sky's Descent is there for Nemesis. They're just going to turn immediately onto Poby, force the flash out from him, and now turning right back to the objective. 2K, objective now getting lower. Nice initial equalize to kick things off. Curtain call coming out. Ulti goes in from Nemesis, so they find the slows, and ultimately the Drake going to Navi, but it's Bousy on the flank. Hoping to isolate Major, but everyone's just taking the portal through. Boss now unstoppable, 3-man forward, ult across the entire team. The knockup is there. The Pathmaker hits into 2. It's big. Velia now with the follow-up, and the Rumble's going to drop in the meantime. Los Ratones lose the Drake, but they managed to trade 1-for-1 on the escape.
And Bousy goes 1 versus 4 and gets all the flashes crucially from Navi here. So even though it's the Drake going over,
a little bit more pressure in favor of Poby.
Nemesis might be a little bit in trouble here. Has the flash.
Connects, walking next to the
be
tower.
Tanky enough though. Just the barbecue still has to burn the flash. Really good play from Paris there as Boss is looking for his proxy, but I think this is a bad def, I'm afraid. He does get the wave, but I don't think he'll get much more than that.
All it's going to be deleting the wave. Aftershock not enough to keep him standing.
Yeah, I need a scientist to explain me how that's a good def, you know what I'm saying?
Los Ratones getting a little cheeky, trying to just take this Drake.
Yeah, they're starting off the hero, they're starting off the Drake rather, with Boss moving in from mid lane.
TP there. Ulti from Paris buys a bit more time as Nemesis is off on the flank onto Zombie, has the fully activated ult stacked up and available to go. Stun going down onto Major. In the meantime, the Drake has already fallen. Navi got what they wanted, and now Nemesis has to be fancy with the footwork here as the curtain call is there. One more shot, nice sidestep backwards, but the Realm Warp coming in as well, and he's got nowhere to go. W flash over the wall into Boss. Triple kill for Poby. Navi dominating.
It's a disaster for Los Ratones as Navi gets the 3rd Drake. They're going to get the mid tower. Nemesis, Velia, Baus all end up probably the biggest mid gap that Nemesis has faced thus far, in the sense that Poby is just having a lot more use in these team fights. And speak of the devil, Nemesis has to flash away as Paris and Poby are holding hands and pressuring off Los Ratones' attempts.
They are.
Bit off a bit more than he can chew here.
We'll get W in.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Vegas
whoa, whoa, whoa,
just
whoa,
dead.
whoa, whoa.
Follow up there, forcing the flash out from Reckless. Realm Warp is still there, but the portal to the wall is Paris. Now Nemesis might be in trouble as well. They all group up for Nemesis' ulti, but again, the damage just really isn't there. Nemesis still only on 1.5 items. Meanwhile, Boss on the top side TPing.
Where did he TP? He TP'd behind, but it's, of course, it's too much. They can't do anything. Big mistake by Velia there. Wants to, I'm not sure, go for the cancel or did something and ends up just falling. And it leads to, yeah, they want to try to contest through bot here, and this Drake is just so damn important. Velia and Baus both getting CC'd up.
TPN immediately coming in from Major. Nemesis still in mid lane. Velia, he's found steals before. Doesn't have the vision.
Nemesis TPing on bot wave, but he's far.
Nemesis now on the way in. Boss getting chunked out. Boss about to fall. Objective bounty claimed as the tower falls, but the Drake still standing. Velia goes into the pit, and he's not able to grab it. Navi now empowered by the Infernal Soul. Cutting down the Pantheon, the equalizer across the top of the team. Major, and now Nemesis locked in. The stars descend, but the hopes of Los Ratones fall to pieces as once again, Navi just take the fight.
For the Nash. And you can see the frustration on the players as this game feels completely over.
That it does. AK, Infernal Soul, Baron, Navi
for too much, a little bit too much at once as he goes forward here and might have bit off a bit more than he can chew.
Immediate ulti, finding himself 1v1 with Relech, flash away into the blast cone. At the very least, the rest of his team is clearing the wave in the meantime, but down he goes. Relech now on a rampage.
And I kind of jinxed him, I guess, because I did say he goes for too much. To end it with this Baron Nashor.
In such a fantastic position, an opportunity for one last desperate hold from the Rats, but Crownie still boots one, no flash, it's going to be tough. Tower disabled, Nemesis with a solid ulti to kick things off, but just not doing nearly enough damage. Major, though, eventually going to fall the root a little bit late. Breath of Light coming in, Nemesis can try and get the reset here.
That's a big shutdown for Crownie here. as Navi bit off a bit more than they can chew. And they are gonna give a lot of gold over to Crown. He has 3 items completed, probably gonna be the Bard. Paris needing to find some sort of angle if they are to get pressure here.
With on the Bossy. Zoning Equalizer to try to get access to the tier 2. Navi eating a little bit of damage in the exchange, but the tier 2 looks like it is finally going to fall. Curtain Call coming down. Bossy unstoppable for a moment. Relech. Looks like he set the fall, but it might not matter. Ulti going down in onto Crowny. Nemesis trying to make the difference now as he drops a star on top of them. Poby going legendary. Relech still able to escape. GA making sure that they can trade up in that one.
This Elder Dragon.
It's going to take a long time. With the soul already there, as they don't do a lot of damage to this, he's going to need a bit of support. Take a long time for them to finish this objective. Poby waiting over the wall. Crowny flash back. Poby immediately going to go in. 1Q goes a little bit wide, and that might be all that matters. Boss trying to buy a bit of time in the midst of 3 people as he goes all out, though. He's not able to do a whole hell of a lot. Velia a bit too far forward, and thus Tony's already running. Resigned to this fate as Poby's now coming in as well. The trap doesn't quite hit. Poby goes golden. An ulti from Nemesis goes wide, and I think Navi just going to look to end it here.
Navi found all the pieces they needed. They take down 3 members. And Nemesis and Reckless are not going to be able to hold the gates for much longer. As Relech is onto Nemesis, he tries to flash away, but Relech takes him down. And with that, Navi win against Los Ratones, and Giant X locks playoffs.
There you are. Confirmation there. GX have locked with a win from Navi. One timeline deleted. Navi dominant from start to finish in this game. A few moments in the bottom side for Los Ratones, but otherwise, Navi, an impressive, impeccable performance.
And credit to Poby and Relech this game. An absolute menace, monster mid-jungle that really never put the brakes on and never gave any room to breathe for Los Ratones, as they knew every play they wanted to make. And it felt like they had Nemesis and Velia's number throughout the whole game.
That they did 6-0-9. I think the final score there for Relech. He's one of your options in the player of the game vote.
If you play perfect, actually I'm not sure if you win even if you play perfect. Like, see, we're pretty good against Wild. You can just ult and you can just go on you. Oh. It's pretty good. It's what Naknaka did yesterday against, or maybe not yesterday, but 2 days ago against Kana.
Yeah.
You're pushing 3 waves into proxy 4, into proxy 5.
Hang on a second. Wow!
Oof. Oh my god.
Lince's beautiful Q flash.
You just died for it.
Yeah. Well, it's a big first blood regardless. We were focusing on tops.
Yeah, I was going to say, moving. Oh, maybe we don't actually. Humanoid going up against Caps here.
Ignites down, but look, Scumon's here. Flash Audacious charge, and the damage lands. Caps will get one in response. G2 on the board through mid.
Nice response for Caps. So he has to go and clear. So it means that Scumon got both of the Scuttle Crabs, then ends up getting the Scuttle Crab again on top. But oof!
It's a good flash and headbutt backwards as well. Caps sends him even further back. Fate sealed a void, but Caps just runs it in to take his 2nd kill of the game. Here's Linces, but what's he going to do? Kazi moves up as well, bit of extra damage. Unbreakable Will not available. That means LeBron is squishy, but not squishy enough. A double kill for Caps, and Vitality came to try and save their mid laner, but again, he's a dead anchorage.
Scumon blocked a rocket.
This game will be disaster for Yon.
Okay.
He will like struggle on side pretty hard, and he cannot abuse the 3 grabs at all. So all depends on the next 1-2 minutes if they can find gold for Yon. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much. The Majors, we get to a flash. Thank you very much for joining us as well, Jaku, and we'll see you next cast. Yeah.
Thank you very much, man.
I'm sorry my Ukrainian's not good enough to actually converse. But I say that I have 3 words under my belt.
3 more than me.
Yeah, well, shout out to my papa. I wish he'd taught me more. Now, anyway, I'll bring you back. I mean, to me, I still feel like Wriggle's Lantern was a couple of years ago. That was season 3 or something.
Don't say that one.
Well, it's about age on this cast. Is yeah, Fleshy might have to flash. Will do. Followed up by Scumon. Blast Cone there. Scumon can't get in range. Meanwhile, Caps is found out. Scumon on the beast as Shifting Sands gets Caps away. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight is Linces isolated. Kazi can't get in range as Caps is still on the run, but Humanoid is slowly catching up. Look at him. 1Q, a W, and a shutdown. And Retribution over to Humanoid. As Kazi's walked into the wrong bush, he flushes away from it on the run in this bot lane, trying to get away from the whole of G2 chasing, but Scumon needs wind, needs lightning, and he'll find only a 3 Talon strike instead.
So 2 kills for Vitality going over to G2. And Caps at least does fall to Humanoid.
Herald's going to be dropped in mid. This will open up mid outer turret as Broken Blade might be jumping in it to try and get a charge. Does straight away. Caps is the next play. Shifting Sands not even going to be used because LeBron's here as well. Nucko flashed on and it's easily done. Caps again. set up by his support. As Fleshy takes a magical journey out, but Unbreakable Will means they want to continue this dive. LeBron will take 3, 4, 5, 6, and turret shots as many as it takes. And he's still out. Kazi though, one auto, okay. Ignore the last as Linces comes in, smashes into Skumon. Crescent guards up, and for G2, this 2v2, they're gonna win. Win becomes Lightning and Kazi. He still might be in trouble, but the turnabout, junglers both dying, but Kazi's now gonna deal with Caps and Hans Summer as well. Every time Vitality board, look at that. Like clockwork here, Tempered Fate. It's blocked by Hans Summer and Broken Blade. Unstoppable W, by the way, as the engage from LeBron finds the key target is Kazi, but the equalizer does one better. Knuckknucker's getting damaged down, and LeBron's Unbreakable Will now down, as he too is. Broken Blade doesn't find a target. Vitality have an angle. They have a good one at that, as Broken Blade flashes over the wall.
Off the score, but G2, they're just going to go for the Baron. But look at where Kazi is. I think Vitality are aware of this.
They do know. Kazi from one pit, or rather one side. Linces behind him. Knuckknucker, his equalizer not up, so the range is minimized. At 5k, 4k, Kazi, Valkyrie's over, but the angle from LeBron catches Knuckknucker by surprise. He flashes, but to his death. Kazi now has to escape as G2 have pulled off for the Baron, but Vitality lose their top laner.
I'm kind of being a bit funky, but we're like, hey, look, it's a new roster, new changes. But this year, they kept the same roster, but it's kind of just Caps showing off here.
Yeah, showing off into Knuckknucker. Wait, as he goes golden, Knuckknucker's going to overheat now. He's got the energy back. Shut down from Knuckknucker and Cap.
Everything works so well in these small corridors, but G2 playing out in the open here.
Caps just hit Fleshy. Boomerang hits Knuckknucker, less egregious, but G2 looking for angles now for Linces and Skumon there, playing 1v1 in the jungle. Vault Breaker to get on out, and Linces at half HP while Equalizer finds Caps. He goes golden as Knuckknucker made it a turret dive, but Caps at half HP survives for now. Vitality tried to make a play wall. They just converge on Skumon, who went too deep. LeBron interrupting Knuckknucker, who looked for his escape with a TP. And now it's going to be in reverse as G2 find themselves a pick of their own, but Knuckknucker's taken a while to die. Unbreakable Will's about to time out. The exhaust probably saving the damage. Caps gets the kill, but Vitality are denying the Hex Tech Soul.
You'll take that as Vitality. The fact that you get to hold on, but BB still needs to escape. Should be able to use that ultimate to gain some distance. But still, Vitality, get the Dragon, stop the TP away from Knuckknucker. But even then, like, the exhaust has to be invested to keep him safe. We're back to Baron.
We are doing Baron again, G2. Second time's the charm. Vitality, though, have a stealing angle. Vault Breaker over the wall, but the re-engage. It's Skumon looking for a pick with the ulti from Fleshy is great. Cosmic Binding while LeBron's already down. Kazi's just handling the whole of G2 by himself. Broken Blade went in to keep Vitality from afar, but in the face of Baron, Vitality have just seized the game.
Usually it's egg on the face, but this time it's a tempered face. Immediately shuts down that entire fight of Vitality. They are fighting back. G2 have not been able to keep them in check.
Nothing is secure in the LEC, and G2 right now feel like they've fit into that puzzle perfectly. The most damage on the team, but Knuckknucker's not far behind.
But I think the important part is the lack of damage on G2 side, right? Like, these fights have not been set up so Hans Summer can actually play the game as humanoid.
Good flash, he had to, but he has to also Fate Sealed. Lebrov keeps on going. He's going to be soul unbound for the time being, but with Unbreakable Will, Lebrov able to absorb the damage. Caps, good time to go golden as well, but Lebrov is about to run out of his ulti. Lifeline comes in clutch. Humanoid in the 1v2. He's taking them all on. Lebrov's up next. You silly, silly cow. What do you think you can do against Humanoid?
You thought you could do it against Fnatic Humanoid, but this is not
the Fate not up and available. As you said, Fleshy got trigger happy and used it in the last play, but Knuckknucker even on a ward. He's in a great angle. G2 no. It's all about that equalizer that'll line the river. G2, this is where they got bombed out yesterday by Lost Returns, and Hans Summer's already been bombed out at the start of the fight. GA worked out well, but LeBron disengages as Knuckknucker continues his flank. G2 need to pick up a target. They get Linces, yes, but Humanoid as he runs on in, his ulti not perfect. G2 still simmering in the fight. Caps waiting for that GA, and Humanoid, I think he whiffed it. I think he whiffed it. Vitality had just been schooled.
Fleshy doesn't hit the tempered phase. The damage can't land onto Hans Summer, who's able to buffer with the spell shield, the ultimate from Linces. The ultimates were close, but not enough from Vitality, and G2 get the soul.
A lot of mistakes in that fight, but Skumon as he takes his red buff, Knuckknucker flash for flash. He's overheating with his autos, and he's burning Skumon down to a crisp. Now, Caps has teleported in. Round 2 with Hextech, Soul, and ulti. Even going golden. I think Nucko maybe bitten off too much more. But Cosmic Binding, Nucko gets Caps to go golden. Get the blast cone out. Equalizer! Freaking Nucko almost takes down Caps from half a screen away.
Couldn't quite.
G2 are going to wrap around, but Baron at the very least starts now after chunking out the enemy Bard.
Vitality trying to get in. TP, I think, is going to be a little late.
You're right.
They have to make the play now.
5-4, Lince's interrupted with the Vault Breaker. Can he get over? He can, he stole it! Lince's got the Baron for Vitality now. Operation Escapo. Vitality will get 4 members out. Game-saving play from Linces as Humanoid avoids and gets out of Caps.
Everything is invested in this Dragon that is spawning in 15 seconds. And G2 still keep position here.
Caps in. Oh, in early. No, Fleshy finds him, or rather the shield first. Meanwhile, the left side of Vitality are finding the fight, but LeBron went in a little bit early. Humanoid gets the ulti, but he whiffs again. He's exhausted, and Vitality have been shredded from right to left. Caps got to stay alive and at full HP with a fully scaled Sivir. Vitality sent it, and G2 received.
Humanoid will fall on the back end. Well, maybe. But I think at this stage,
He's gone.
it doesn't really matter. G2 are just pushing into the base. It was hard fought, but G2 will find the win against Vitality.
I'm not comfortable with G2 as a team right now, Dagda, but a win is a win at the end of the day. An impressive game, a fun game, but in the end, G2 finally move above and into the 5 category.
You can see Caps with a look at the end there. I think he knows they got away with murder a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a 6-kill Azir to start the game off, and G2 did not look comfortable trying to finish out this game.
No, still working out maybe some of the kinks. I don't know. Again, regular season G2 is always interesting as not a win for Vitality, but a win for our top team of the region. Player of the game.
Makes Elyoya a little bit more difficult to try and play around, or for him to try and play around his lanes. Because I still expect, like, basically what we saw in the last game at the moment. The biggest problem is he just kind of has a couple of whoopsies.
Yeah.
Where you kind of go, what was the game plan here,
I hope this is not one of them, Dagda, because your timing would be perfect. Dagda! Your timing is perfect! There's a whoopsie.
Yeah, that is not the way Jojo see it a lot, though.
I mean, the thing is, in best of ones, games go over your head sometimes. It's Alvaro. Okay, he's going to be engaged on guts and blows, turns it into a better one onto Sheo, and with the trample, onto Sten, flushes away. Now Elyoya caught out, but Winter's Bite doesn't connect. Looks for the re-engage onto Sheo. He's got good damage himself, but Jojo's a little bit too low to come in. Now, the question is, are MKOI going to continue the fray? Because as Jojo goes over the wall, he sends Seren into the waiting arms. The flashless Orianna we saw for the solo kill first blood has been hit hard.
Heretics completely misplay on the fight, and MKOI able to set that one up. Tracing, so going up against Mirror on the top side, but yeah.
Okay, so the kill still happened. Seren's still dead. Jojo obviously died earlier in the game. The chrono break happened, but we are at where we were at, right?
Yeah.
If you kind of missed out, it was Seren getting caught out by a good Jojo ult on low HP. And we are fighting again. I guess the players got a little bit antsy, engages in. Sheo decides, let's keep on going. Knock up onto Elyoya, but Elyoya stood there with his shield up. Now gets flashed on. Ice gets the kill. Next is Alvaro up. And in the pause, I guess Heretics got to bring in some composure.
This time, Super, like, sure, you've got the red and white guns, but still, just that ultimate advantage is so good. And Heretics picking up a nice kill for themselves on the bottom side.
Oi, Flash, Winter's Bite, Alvaro in trouble. He doesn't have ulti, so with concussive blows, he's kept in place, and he's kept for a kill. Ice with number 2.
Potential gank in mid, though. Jojo in trouble.
On a ward, 3 members collapse. It's a triangle pincer, but an easy ult from Jojo. Still has the flash, though, to share out the 3 Talon Strikers. Ice, what an angle! Alvaro is set up for his jungler to fly in and give a shutdown to Super. MKOI back on the board.
So MG used that ultimate to knock Jojo back further in towards Seren. Maybe afraid that he'd be able to get a kill onto Seren or something, but ends up meaning that Jojo can escape.
Fighting again. I mean, Brom so strong in the skirmish, but now bopped away. Sten is separated, but the re-engage is beautiful. Heretics fly back in, but it's Jojo who spears back in instead. Shea looking for the kill on Elyoya, but he went too far. Heretics losing their minds now a bit as MKOI there to pick up the pieces.
It's a 2 kills on the Yunara from massive mistakes from Super and Alvaro. And now Super gets 2 kills off the back of that last play. So
Nice.
all of that hard work, well, maybe not completely gone.
Not completely gone. In fact, Ice is going to find his third here, surely. He's got his movement speed and an Arc Light of Ruin waiting for Super and for Alvaro. One's out of range, but Super is not third kill.
The MKOI bot lane, not having the best of times here.
Not really. Sten now has Bandle Pipes, by the way, as he heads towards mid, charging towards Jojo. He does hit with the Winter's Bite, but he's sent back into the turret range. Ulti's in return, but Sten is dead here? No, not yet. Elyoya flies in, though, to make it so. Spears through Seren, and he won't find one. He will find a second. Still slowed down, but Alvaro, thank you very much, calls Elyoya for the double in the pocket.
So much of
Nothing while everyone just loses their minds in the rest of the map.
It's, you know, the Tofu's when it's like hitting that gong.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
for the, what's the word, the sound baths.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, they are nice. Sheo is just going to walk in. Now we've got a smite steal potential. It does go to Elyoya. MKOI, once again, his numbers, but a great engage from Sheo. Maybe makes it okay. Seren's coming in for a flanker. Super, he's just meleeing it though. He's about to die to an Orianna. He flashes away, but not to his life. And eventually, Team Heretics take control of the fight. It's interesting because I just feel like both teams doesn't want to overextend, especially with the Pantheon, as we are looking top again. Mirwin, all-out potential, and there it is. Now we wait for the true damage. It does connect Mirwin. I believe flashed away a little bit too late, but let's find. Oh, Trayson. The Natopo flash didn't work out. Now on top of an equalizer. He's being run around, but Natopo's work out. Trayson gets the shield and runs out for the solo.
It was very close to being the turnaround play for Mirwin, but Trayson manages to make it work. Multiple members on this bottom side, though.
Oh, what an angle. Ice about to face Shaq. Which way can he go? Stunned up. You go that way, son. But as he spaces out, Ice still not dead. Still not dead. Ice is still not dead. He's just going to take the minions. The holiday will continue, while Elyoya will get nowhere near the superstar Ice Cold killer. Team Heretics again. Been pretty good on the trigger this game, I think. Respect, you know, outside of having the gusto. Woo! Okay, Ice hurts. Who knew? I think we could all see that one coming. The 6-180 carries. Mid is now broken wide open. Another charge comes from Sheo. Might find a knock-up onto Super. It's knock-up galore, but in return, pops back his stand. Alvaro gets an angle again, but with the unbreakable will. Is he alive? No, you have your answer again. Ice going to be ulted as he runs out with yet another kill. Blood on his hands, but the stains don't need to be removed. Caught out once again. A ward that's going to be cleared as Team Heretics start the Baron on the back end. Mirwin is seen on double wards at 8k now. Baron starting to go down quicker and quicker. The defense mechanism from Team Heretics holds this brush out of sight. Equalizer down as well. Trayson's okay though as the Baron already goes down. He flushes out to survive. Jojo's ult comes in later and Ice drops down. It's a big pick if MKOI can get a little bit more. Sten with the unbreakable. The ulti still connects, but Super, the burn, the tick helps out, and Mirwin seals. Is there enough damage here with the Aphelios? Super, he's getting close. There's a ward. Blast cone taken. Smite, yes! Sheo gets it. Soul point now acquired. He pulls out the Crescent Guard. Looking for an engage as Trayson's also the way in, and MKOI might get 2v3, especially with the GA. It buys time. Flush away. Super gets from Trayson, but now the re-engage. Sheo is barehanded here, but he's still healthy enough. Equalizer down on the reset. A good engage. Alvaro finds the mark. Trayson, though, needs to dive. The shockwave finally comes in. Seren helps out and saves Team Heretics' chances of flying Elyoya. He's also erupted onto the scene while Jojo gets the top side of the fight. We look back bot, and we need to see Elyoya get a target with the re-engage. The flash, the messiness continues, but MKOI, they lost the dragon to it.
Heretics, though, used the Ghost on Stand to push MKOI back, and now Mirwin
caught out, flashes over the wall. Stand also lands on Super! What an ulti from Stand! We're talking about MKOI still trying to poke out. Super's got Gravitum. Double root there in the end. Poke out on Seren as well. Oh, flash. Alvaro in. Equalizer down as well. It's a big ulti, but Alvaro, he goes in solo for a little bit and Sten survives. Runs it back. Elyoya's ulti is into Trayson. Trayson all out into the back of MKOI. He'll quickly be taken down, but he gets Alvaro with the fish as well. Jojo sends in the great divide by the Emperor from Canada. But now he's stuck in a 1v2. Golden is Seren. Golden is Jojo, but not for long. Heretics retain control, if only just.
The return damage from Seren with that shockwave was huge. Ice looked like he'd just gone down. Alvaro is the only one that can hold.
Yeah, he's going to need something. Next turrets go down. These clockwork windups are great from Sheo, from Seren rather. Heretics.
Extend his TP in as well.
This is huge for them. You said the TP is going to come in. Nexus exposed against MKOI. It's been a rough weekend for the Spaniards, but Heretics will take that. A well-deserved win, and I think their best game at LEC Versus yet.
What the hell is going on in LEC Versus?
We don't know.
This is insane. Heretics finding so much control through that bottom side, playing through ice, but Sarah and Shockwave in the end doing masterwork for this squad.
He started with a solo kill on JoJo, and that's why he's there for Player of the Game. You can vote now at LEC on X. Outside of the other side, that doesn't make it any better. Oh.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
What a day. What a day.
Adventure with Carsey and
Oh my
Humanoid.
God. That wasn't me, but listening to that from home as we get a quick invade. As look towards Trimby, as you said, this is danger. Flash away in the stun for the auto kill. First blood over to Caliph. Paddock is feeling lucky with some lethal. It's a quick trip down memory lane while things are chilling for the time being. Remember that at the start of last year, that's when KC were at their best. Now, Caliph versus Paddock with Trimby in the mix. Is it going to be the same? Hail of arrows onto Paddock. Healing is cut a little bit. Caliph just needs his Q and a couple of autos. He gets it! Takes down Paddock with his own life.
He's in the lane anymore.
They don't. Bakata's here, by the way. He is in the lane, but he's just maybe leeching a little bit before he heads back. More so, seeing if there was any step up as Busio's angle, innovative, great, trample, flash from Yike. Busio, what are you doing there? In that brush, that's how deep he was this early in the game. It's 6 minutes in. I mean, Busio got, did he? I can't remember if he got MVP yesterday, but we
He's
were
less than ideal for a Nocturne using that ultimate. I think,
Flash.
oh, hang on.
We're doing it again. Look towards bot. Kalist has his ulti available. He's waiting. There we go. Chains of Corruption. The damage well from the stack gives Blighters. Now another Q. It hits both. Kiting back the Boomerang Blade. It strikes true, but Busio's left for a double for the cow. The American free range dies. Paddock gets a double and a close call. Never in for that. I will tell you what. I was say, I'll tell you one thing. KC are coming to the show again. Flash shield of Duran, Justice Punch. All in on Yike though, but Bukata needs to die. Not yet. Here we go. Hero's entrance. 2-man knock-up. KC like, let's get Rooster. Bukata somehow is still alive. Busio comes in to try and steal the grub. Look at the kill feed there. Everyone.
Nocturne ult. I think you can. Shockwave is available. There's the Nocturne tick down.
Here we go.
How aggressive do they want to go?
The Levi delivery, is it there? Shifters looking for Bukata's angle. Dragon might just be taken down. Yike's going to get the smite quickness. Interrupted. Zoned out. Trimby's just dead. Nice shot from Caliph. There's a flash engage from Busio, finds Paddock, and he doesn't have a leg to stand on. In fact, he'll be trampled down. This poke comp gets range and gets it done.
I think Busio cancelled the auto attack with the stun to bait the shield from the Zip. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Well, I've seen many Jaces in LEC, and now I've seen Yikes onto Bukata. Spell shield on a turret.
The
Flashy! I respect it, but Bukata will not die.
Yeah, if we could get it. That is coming. The shifters are now set up on the Dragon. I think KC happy to just give this one over so they can set up for the mid play.
Maybe go for the play after. Busio's in a great angle. He finds one onto Bukata. There's the Nocturnal. Paranoia will strike, and Spell Shield helps out. Chains Corruption do miss, so a small whoopsie there from KC as equalized from Kana. Almost gets Bukata. Kana just flashed into 4. He goes golden, strikes the pose. Quickness there as Interrupt is good. Shockwave finally comes through, but 2 versus 3, and KC are winning it. A 1-for-1 on the top of the fight. Meanwhile, Rooster went all out and now goes all down. KC was split apart from that fight, but they still won it.
And even the fact again that you just get to push in on mid constantly because of your range means you get to invade onto Bukata.
I don't know if he took that. Looks like it. Flash over the wall. Everything for Bukata. Quickness helps out though. Bukata's there. There's one, but the all-out use. They're trying to kill Yike, and the true damage not used because he needs to get out. Rooster wants an escape, but he won't find one. Again, it was set up by Busio so that Yike can power down.
KC have a really good draft. Varus is by far and away the strongest champion.
It's too strong to leave open, I think.
But look, in their eyes, they were like, we're fine. Sivir, Shifters. KC can look to poke. And Shifters can't really start up the objective. I don't think so, because if you put yourself in the pit, the poke only gets worse.
Now, KC a little bit low on health. I'd say Bakana just flashes onto Nuke, and he's soloing him by himself. The lights get turned off, and Shifters finally turning around. It looks good here, but Equalizer comes down as Kana goes golden, and he might be feared, but feared from what? Where's the actual fear? No, KC fear no man. And yes, Kana goes down. For the mid lane, that's not too bad, but the fight's continuing. Yehu goes golden, and Bruce is as squishy as anything. Busio sets up the following gauge, and KC, your best team of the LEC versus? I think so.
KC, make it look easy. Yike with the triple kill at the end.
Yehu, it was, we caught some of it on camera, but we didn't actually show all of it, and then you go to the mic check and you hear all of it. Trimby. Oh dear. How does he get out? Vote now. Right?
He doesn't.
I'll take death for 500.
Who gets the kill though? Who gets the kill though?
Yike. Of course it's Yike. Yike 7.7k. Now I have a question. All time, I wonder, because Skumon was top at 6960, but I wonder all time if Yike is about to set a record for jungle diff.
You guys have to push him with this Baron bus.
Dagda.
I'm keeping my eyes on that gold at the top of the screen, yeah.
20k?
Yeah, maybe.
20k. That's, okay, the 20k.
I don't know if there's enough left.
We've had one in the LEC already. I forget which team. You said there's not enough left, but I'm looking at mid as well. 16, maybe with a team fight. Paddock. This is on the hunt now used. He gets back to base. We're close to 17. There we go. And it is KC with Dominoes. The shockwave finally comes through. Look, Bukata's annoyed, but he can't even kill Yike. Shield of Duran, gets the Kazante. But with Bukata down with an inhibitor as well, the base is in tatters. Busio gets an easy engage. And down KC will go with their mid laner
19!
driving. Dagda's counting the numbers. And us two will see that KC, the best team of LEC versus, are about
20K!
to get 20,000 gold of a lead over Shifters. They lock in playoffs along with NAVI. And this is the king, or rather the kings, of LEC right now.
KC has had a fantastic weekend, locking both themselves and NAVI into playoffs. What a performance from them.